Sorry.
The top one.
Okay, we need silence for the intro song.
The arsonist was denied a banquet.
Shut up.
The human
You're
being was
right.
denied a banquet.
She's a mean host.
Oh, no,
Our guest is Instagramming right now. Really? This is
I'm getting questions.
Okay,
Matt
and
before?
quietness.
No?
Welcome to the No Pants Side Pony experience. I'm Katie Hogan with my co-host, Alex No Pants Chance. And we have a guest here with us now who will be guest hosting with us, Matt Vincent.
I'm guest hosting?
Yeah.
Special
treatment. We're going to need equal participation from all three of us.
We're going 33 and a third, each one of us.
We've been
repeating.
Eating the sushis for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, I got the
Sitting
bloat.
around, talking, and we wasted all the good content not recorded.
It can never be wasted.
And now we're deciding to turn on the podcasts and see if Matt is drunk enough to give us some more fun stories.
I'm not drunk enough, per se.
There's no such thing, huh?
Oh, never. I mean, we covered, Fast and Furious is the other way. We don't have to cover that.
Covered that that's the greatest. Well, it's not a quadruplogy, it's a...
There's 8.
What would you know? There's
Octology.
7. I thought there were 7 gonna be 8.
Well, it's gonna be 8. It's
Spoiler
probably gonna
alert,
be 10.
there's gonna be an
it's
8
like the
Fast and the
Jason.
Furious. I don't know what the thing
Bruce
is.
Willis is dead in all of them. The whole time. It's true.
So we've covered that.
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone.
We covered round and flat Earth.
Maybe
Should
not.
we say who he is?
I was gonna say maybe not all our listeners. We have a wide range of listeners.
Hello.
For the experience, maybe they don't all know who
I'm a Libra.
Matt Vincent is. Yeah.
Matt Vincent.
Tell us about yourself.
Words don't cover it.
No, it's
good.
true.
So I am a Highland Games athlete. So I'm one of the moderately fat dudes in kilts that throw telephone poles and rocks.
Exactly.
And I'm okay at it. I won world championships in 2014 and 2012. And other than that, I have a pretty good time with it. I also travel around a lot and perform lifts and do things. I don't know. I like having a good time.
So you're a world champion of the world.
And world champion of Earth.
The Hollow Earth.
Yeah, of the Hollow
To
Earth.
that more later.
I think it's a district champ of Hollow Earth.
Okay.
It's weird.
And
a weird
then
ranking system.
You have a real life job.
I have a 9 to 5.
I
Yeah.
don't know anything about.
Right.
I didn't even know about this. Yeah. Real
I'm
life.
the only person in this room with a goddamn real job.
Correct.
It's amazing.
Yeah. We
So-
filled the peanut gallery with
Yeah.
others that don't have real jobs.
Yeah, I have a 9 to 5 job. I am an outside sales rep in the petrochemical industry. So I sell a specialty service to refineries and plants and things like that. People that make gasoline, I help that.
Fascinating.
It is. It is exciting.
No, but we've talked about this for as long as I've known you. You
Yeah.
always told me the coolest thing about that is you have the freedom to travel or take off.
No, the job's great.
Because your sport requires a lot of world traveling around the world.
Yeah, I compete like 20 times a year. And so like this season coming up, for example, I'm gonna be in Scotland for 15 days. And in those 15 days, I'll compete 11 times.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty packed schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta have a boss that's pretty cool with you taking off.
Right. And I'm super, super lucky on that.
Yeah. So not gonna change that situation anytime soon. Like the rest of us that were dying to get out of our terrible desk jobs or
No, I like it. I like what I do though. I like being a sales guy. I like that part side of it. I get to travel and I work out of my house most days. I kind of build my own schedule and I go see customers, and I couldn't be any less micromanaged. So I mean, as long as I'm doing my job, no one seems to really want to tell me how to do my job.
That's the best. So it's like the best case scenario of a real job.
Yeah, plus the health insurance and all those type of things.
Yeah. What's that like?
Allegedly, it's good. I'm going to find out this week with knee surgery.
Yeah. This is where we get to kind of tack you
It's
onto
real.
the talks that we've been having with No Pants, like real talk, hurt athlete. This is where we all get really pissed off because our bodies are supposed to work all the time. And what's going on?
I got a knee that finally has given up. It's been bad for a while. I tore an ACL in 2002, got it fixed, and then re-tore it at a skate park. 2008?
Spectating?
No, I was riding BMX at a skate park, and had come down a roller, and like some 5-year-old kid on like a little bike and just aimlessly rolled out in front of me, and so I threw the leg out to put the brakes on instead of there just being like no, like instead of I would have I was coming down with some speed and heft, and there just would have been like a pink cloud in the middle of the skate park where I'd have gone through this kid. So I decided to sacrifice the leg.
You saved him.
Yeah, well, I decided to. I mean, if you'd asked me then if it was going to tear the ACL, I'd have just plowed the kid. But
Yeah, fair.
But I tried to bail, and the knee popped, and so I tore my ACL again then, and then so I've just kind of run on it without an ACL since then. And
Wow,
then it's recently become more of a problem.
yeah, exactly. You're saying it's like got way worse, or you there's other pieces in playing now,
Yeah.
not just the ACL.
So it's new pain, and so finally got an MRI, and the MRI shows my right knee has no ACL, which we knew, partial torn PCL, a partial torn MCL, severe degeneration of the knee cap and joint, meniscus tear, floating bodies, and some bone spurs.
How many times have you told that to people? Because you've memorized it.
Yeah,
I first saw it in a
good.
text message and it was really long, so that's amazing.
So what does
Yeah.
your training look like with your gimp knee?
Yeah.
Normal?
A box squat instead of regular squat. I haven't done a lot of cleans. Gonna do a lot of bench coming up. Yeah, a lot of bench days.
That's
Looking to
what
get
we
over
want.
315. It's nice.
Nice. So that's looking on the bright side. Can you
Yeah.
throw when your knees
I did.
healing?
I did.
Yeah, or
Or I threw
pre-
like last week.
Okay. How'd that go? Pain?
The thing is, like I could probably throw like all I wanted to right now at about 90%, but that's not worth a fuck.
Yeah. Well, so if people don't realize, if they haven't looked too much into the Highland Games, and especially the way you throw, there's lots of spinning around,
Yeah, and violence.
twisting and explosive, kind of like a jarring stop and then explode through. I used to throw in college a little bit, so I realized all the torque that goes on in the knee, and if you don't have anything holding it in place, it's not going to go so well. So understandable that you're not going to be able to keep doing that much more.
No, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's time to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So hopefully this quick scope and some clean out will alleviate some of the issues and get me through the season, and then we can blow the wheels off of it and fix it.
Definitely, yeah. We'll be hoping for that.
That's what we'll see. If not, I'm just going to get a robot knee.
Sweet.
Because with my income and the way science is, figuring stuff out, I think I could live to be 170, 180. Robot knees?
Robo knee.
No big deal.
Yeah, because usually it's the knees that make people die early.
Quick, that's #1 killer.
That name died of the knee.
Bad knee.
It was a bad knee.
Yeah, that knee-sectomy.
So, let's get a quick segue over to what are you doing out here? Why are you in our house?
Why are you
I am peddling my wares.
Jesse, why is
Besides
he
bringing
here?
hundreds of dollars of sushi to us.
Yeah.
Why is this man in our home?
I'm out again for the March Madness meet at CSA.
Powerlifting! Woo!
And I've been fortunate enough that you guys allow me to show up and peddle my wares and moderately get in the way. That's what I come to do. And like one of the Sour Patch Kids. It's like, he's a little bit annoying, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what you are now.
Right.
That's not true at all, but you're a vendor first, and in being a vendor, he's also a part sponsor for the meet.
That's right.
He's going to be contributing some of the prize packs and all around good cheer all day tomorrow.
Okay.
And then somehow you shimmied your way into the deadlift only category at the end of the day.
I weighed in at a svelte 274.6, which is amazing because normally I've been sitting about a sweet 280, and I haven't looked at a scale in quite some time. So whatever I'm doing is
Well
working.
done. Well done.
Yeah, really leaning down.
All right, so you're hitting the deadlift only category, so you get a prize no matter what because there's no one else doing that. No, there might be one other person.
I'm gonna beat him.
You're
count your dollars there.
You're sitting next to one of our also guaranteed winners tomorrow. Miss Nopants herself got also swindled into competing.
Talked into doing the bench press, which I don't know how to do.
Keegan and Jesse tricked her, and somehow she ended up on the scale, and now she's doing bench only. So she's also kind of competing against, well, she'd be competing against all the other girls who are benching.
Myself.
But competing against
Like
herself
that.
is most important. And
Competing against your past self.
yeah, so you've done powerlifting meets before.
I have.
Okay.
I have done them.
No pants.
I've never even watched a powerlifting
Never
before.
even, she didn't even know these existed.
Coming in a virgin. I like it.
Exactly. So we're gonna pop her cherry tomorrow with the bench. Any
Yes.
advice for her?
Nice.
It's just like Olympic lifting? No, it's totally not. She's done those before.
Yeah.
Olympic
It's
lifting, I
just
like
like
Your attempts and all of that confusion that goes with Olympic lifting, super easier for this.
not as stressful.
super easier.
Just get a couple beers in you and don't warm up. Step back. Just make your way to the platform. Give it a ride.
Someone like directs you right.
Pointer
It's fine.
in. Yep.
It's
yeah,
either
that's
Totally
it.
fine.
The
You don't
attempt
have to
was
find
either
that
meant
way.
to be or it's not meant to be. It's not up to me.
Matt likes
Fate.
to roll the dice and everything. Yeah, no, I think it's way different than Olympic lifting. So
Yeah, it's totally
No Pants has a lot of experience. How many meets have you done, Matt?
I've done 3 raw meets and did 4 full geared.
Okay, so lots of experience. What would be, let's see, you're doing deadlift only because of the knee?
Yeah, other than that, yeah.
Why wouldn't you do bench?
Yeah, why not bench? Push
Okay,
pull.
I'm super bad at bench.
Oh.
There's
Minor
that part.
detail. Minor detail.
Don't
I mean, not that
listen
that
to
matters.
Matt.
With that said, I'm not very good at deadlift either, so
Too late.
I'm
We're
looking for the
expecting
easiest
big
way out to
things.
also still participate. But I guess just laying down up there would have been the route
That
to
would have
go.
been easier.
Yeah. Just gonna lay down for a while up here.
I think No Pants is doing it mainly because they tricked her. They told her she could have carbs if
I
if she
did get
entered.
carbs in order
Did
to do
She's
this
been
competition.
hardcore no carbing it, and yeah,
I was
now
very
she just
miserable.
got to rice it up.
I almost became single, I think.
Yeah,
I think
Couple days.
she's gonna be no pants, no boyfriend pretty soon.
you could definitely just be tomorrow's like #1 bench attempter.
I like that.
Yes, that's right.
I like that.
What would that entail?
Just old SPF days. Just back, take it.
I don't know what any of
Just-
this means.
We need to elaborate a
You
little
just
more.
control the weight, like full geared shirt and everything. You just control it down to your belly, and then just have everyone take it.
Everyone else lifts it for you. You just say take it, and then all the
Yeah.
spotters, including your lifter offer,
Yeah.
will likely save you from the weight.
Yeah.
Weight
You know
you
it's
chose.
going good because you have to have like a guy who's lifting off that also like deadlifts more than you bench. Because you're
Perfect.
planning on like, I'm gonna need you to take all just about all this, bud.
So you'll have Keegan.
Okay.
It will be good.
Good
Thanks,
fun.
Dave.
Yeah,
So what are you gonna open with?
I think I'm gonna open with 606. Right?
Just sounds like a lot.
That is just over double body weight. Real impressive.
For a lot of people watching in powerlifting, that's
Not
not. Because for our people, which we are assuming are,
No,
Mostly
there's guys like
CrossFitters.
there's like guys like Chris Duffin that go 4
aside
times
from
body weight.
aside from my parents, who are we assuming are the listeners? What is our demographic?
My wife's not gonna listen. In fact,
Probably.
she's just gonna. Is this on YouTube?
Yeah,
She's gonna dislike it.
we'll put it on YouTube. Actually,
She's the number
Please
one
don't do
dislike.
that.
I have one dislike on every video I post, and I believe it's her.
she wouldn't do that to me. We're
Yeah,
tight.
but I'm involved. This will be the one you get dislikes
We will
on.
overshadow you then.
Nice. Yes. It's like my whole life.
That's what the show is about.
I've been overshadowed
It's
by
about us.
prettier and better people than
We
me.
bring on co-hosts to bring more attention to ourselves. So tell us other things that you're mildly good at.
You must remember what I'm good
CrossFit.
at.
CrossFit. Matt is one of the people that participated last year in the CrossFit Open.
I got kicked out real quick, right during 15-1.
You didn't think that could happen for a everyone participates kind of sport.
No,
I
I was
don't
one
even
of
know
the.
the
I was
story.
one of the 12. One of the anaerobic.
And
We are the strong. Last year, CrossFit made a slight mistake on how they were going to judge 15-1, and
I mean, right now we're gonna get this shut down by Dave Castro if you say it was their mistake.
I mean, they planned it.
The wording was just.
Yeah.
You didn't.
There was a gray
Allegedly.
area.
No. Yeah.
Well, no, and the way it was set up is that so there were two separate
Two-part workout.
scores,
Yes.
and with there being two separate scores, look, it really doesn't make anything worth a shit for the individual, and the overall for any of that, like someone trying to get to the games. I mean, you're not going to get in there with just having a good clean and jerk that week. And so, but it did, however, make a difference with team scoring. Because if you had a couple people in your gym that could do really good at the clean and jerk, that score helped, and I don't have to be someone that was going to go to regionals.
Very good on the first part.
It didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Because if you had 3 other people that were good at the first part.
You got
So
their scores for the first
workout?
part.
I did toes to bar.
You did toe to bar.
Yeah.
Listen, because the way
And
I
then
felt about
rested
it.
for 7 minutes.
No, I just went over and started warming up and had my judge tell me no rep until the 6 minutes was up.
As you were doing cleans,
Yeah.
he was no repping those as toe to bar. Those were improperly
These are, and I'm
executed toe to
like,
bar.
whatever, man. Just do your thing. You do you.
Did he really keep saying no rep?
No.
Okay, good.
He knew what was going on.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, so you got yelled at.
Yeah. I got reprimanded and told my score didn't count. But
Did you get a letter, an email?
email? Yeah, Dave Kester emailed me.
He emailed you himself.
And my question to him is, why would he have time to email me about this? Because I agree that my score shouldn't count. I just think you guys did a poor job of figuring out how to judge it. Because if you would just have
Maybe if they
taken
would've been
total
linked.
reps plus
Yeah,
weight,
like link them.
done.
Yeah.
Like if everyone,
LinkedIn.
like your
Useless.
scores were connected or something.
They both
So,
have to count.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like
that's
you have to
like-
take the top person in your gym that had the
Both.
Right.
combined.
Metcon and
Or just yeah. So I mean, you just would have added total reps plus the weight on the bar for one number.
Right. That's what I mean.
That's all
Yeah,
you
it was a
were trying to do,
combined. Yeah. But they didn't do that.
Well,
No.
maybe next
So instead,
year.
they just kicked out you and 11 other people.
Me and 11 others. The thing is, what's weird, right, is the first part of the workout. Apparently, that was the argument that Dave and I had first. A couple emails, and it wasn't an argument as much as
Oh, you responded back to him?
yeah. Hey, I told him.
I'm a bad host. I don't
Well,
know
like
what
I
he
told
does.
him that I agree that these scores shouldn't count. However, the rules of the game state this, and since it states
But
that,
did you read the rule that says Dave can do whatever he wants?
I read the rule that they asked
Dave is the
Dave
boss
on
man.
TV and said, "What if someone sandbags the first part?" And he said, "That's fine."
Yeah. And it is fine.
He said that.
He didn't kill you. He just kicked you out of the game.
Right. And
He
so,
didn't say what fine meant.
He said
That
it's
is
fine.
loose-
Go
well,
loose-
right
and
ahead.
my problem
I dare
is
you.
then throwing the definition of what is sandbag.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I felt that if I did 30 reps, which would have been one round, which would have taken a minute
Mm-hmm.
of that workout, and then quit, that's just as much sandbag. Sandbagging is not giving my full effort.
Right.
So why posture just fucking do
Well,
one
if
toe
that's
bar,
the
move over.
definition, I mean, we have people that do their first attempt that kind of like a
Yeah.
chill.
Walk through pace.
You mean like a
Walk
first
through
run at the
pace.
open or whatever?
Right.
See, I don't understand that either. And that's something I've talked to people at the
I don't do that.
gym I frequent.
Yeah.
As like they end up doing it 5 times. I'm like, why don't you do it like halfway
Yeah.
and
Oh,
just
okay.
figure out your
Feel it.
strategy so you
Yeah.
have an idea of like this is what transition's going to be. I know where this is going to bite me. I know
Sure.
where this is going to go. And then get your shit together
Sure.
and go.
Right.
And go once and give it really hard because
That
once you
makes
get to
sense.
regionals, you don't get to do this 3 times.
Right. But the difference is you're racing against your competitors.
There's people in your gym.
No.
No?
Not your competitors.
Mm.
Very few gyms are competing against the people in their own gym. If you're talking about like on the
Like a
team
regional
level or an
level.
individual, yeah, absolutely. Like very few gyms. That's a rare thing to have. I mean, right? We're always talking about how we wish we had that.
Right. We don't have people to really
Yeah.
compete against.
Yeah, it's a rare thing in any gym, but you can create that energy.
What about if we start building holograms?
That would.
I would love that. I'd probably do better in the
Yeah.
gym.
We just put on VR goggles. 'Cause that's easier than like having Tupac dancing in front of you. We're not at Coachella.
Can you put on a Skype sort of thing.
Yeah.
So have like 9 computers.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I think if they do it the same way Disney did the Haunted Mansion thing,
that worked well. It still
it's
works
still
well.
working great. It's enchanting.
It's enchanting.
Yeah, so I think the one time go all out can work. I just know that for me, I've always done everything in the open 2 times.
Well, I mean, but everyone does,
I don't
right?
know that I've
Because you
ever.
can.
I don't know that I've
haven't.
ever done it
I don't
3
think that everyone
times.
does.
No,
No?
God no, no way. And I think the people that don't, I'm jealous of that. But I also don't sandbag my first one. It's usually that I need a separate, I need a reworking.
You
of the
need a number to
strategy,
fight your-
or a number to fight, and I mean a lot of times I can beat the score or come really freaking close. So
Sure.
it's kind of like, okay, well, it
You're
was
just smarter with your rest. You're smarter with your sets.
yeah, just a little. But I like to go maybe half of it or go at parts.
Yeah,
of it.
like,
I recommend that to
just
my
build a
athletes all the
strategy,
time.
right?
Yeah, I don't recommend you have to do it twice.
Well, I don't
to
think
everyone
walking
at
through
all.
it gives the
No,
right strategy.
it doesn't at
walking,
all.
yeah,
It's not
walking through it
realistic.
doesn't give you that feeling of like, oh, this is where I'm going to run out.
Exactly. It's not. Yeah. I don't think that works.
But I'm not into fitness. So
yeah,
to be
we've
honest
made
here.
that clear with your one toe to bar. Heard round the world.
Toe to bars. Whatever.
All right.
No one kicked me out of the Highland Games for doing toes to bar. I'll tell you that.
What's your favorite thing to throw?
I like throwing stones. Enough shot putter at heart that one still is the one I like.
Me too. That was my favorite.
That one's fun. I'm probably the weights for distance are probably the one I'm best at for me.
And that's a lot of spinning.
Yeah, they're fun. They go far. Those are good. Weight over bars, yeah. Who cares?
How often do you throw? The week.
So like training for me, like once season starts up, like say right now, if let's say I'm not hurt, my first game would be in a month. I'd probably be throwing like twice a week right now.
And then lifting.
3 times.
3 times.
So I'd like shut down lifting every week on Thursday, and then travel Friday, compete Saturday, home Sunday or home Monday, and then repeat. Yeah. Now the further it gets into the season, the workouts will be 3 days a week, but they may end up only being like a main lift. But then I'll go throw 3, maybe 4 days a week.
Okay.
So I'll throw up until Thursday. Now Thursday's practice may just be go out and take like 5 throws per event. And that's trying to build that confidence that like I can hit a big throw in 5 throws.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 15 to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because in a competition I only have 3. And so like having that confidence to know that I can come out of the gate and get it done and move on. Mm-hmm. You've just got to be able to do it because I don't have all day to sit there and try to figure it and find it.
How tiring is each event? Like if you throw a stone, how hard is that? Is that being tired?
Do you sweat? Do you breathe heavy?
I mean, if it's hot outside. I mean, I'm sweating now and breathing heavy. I'm in a living room.
We're like
It's,
4 for 4 on Snorts and podcast.
I'm a fucking professional athlete.
Okay, so you were a thrower in college.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But would you say that that's the main demographic when it comes to Highland Games competitors? Previous throwers? Like, who gets into the sport? Like, is it people that just enjoy wearing kilts? Like, what is this about?
There's that. You've got the
The
Rin
kilt
Fairies.
fetish.
You're
for sure.
pretty weird.
That's also true. Yeah, but you get the Rin
So,
Fairies.
you get a lot of weirdos?
Very liberating.
But as far as the professional crowd, I would say of like the top 10 of us, like 5 of us were collegiate throwers.
Okay.
Everyone was an athlete, like it's
Of something.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, well, that always looked cool to me, but I wasn't a thrower, so I'm not going to try it.
You get
kind of
that in the
thing.
amateur crowd.
Yeah.
The am crowd gets a mix of Rin Fairies and guys that want to go be it.
Ren fairies.
Yeah, Rin Fairies.
Renaissance fairies.
And guys that want to go to Scottish Games and do this and like maybe paint their face blue and do the Braveheart thing.
They think they're Braveheart.
Yeah, man, whatever blows your hair back. Like, go have a good time. That's good.
Yeah. And they just basically are throwing things drunk, and it's probably going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, no, you know, and I think most of those guys honestly take it a bit more serious than we do. Like our training's far more serious.
Yeah.
But in the actual competition, I think the pro class does a pretty good job of being in on the joke of how fucking cool it is that we get to travel around the world and compete and make some bucks, and we throw rocks in the field.
It's pretty laid back.
No,
Like
it's
if you're
super
ever just on the
mellow.
field,
Yeah.
it's so different from any other sport.
No,
I've
we're
seen
we're
out there.
basically booing each other and making. Like, that's
You guys are
pretty
having
normal.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
it looks super fun.
Oh yeah, total good time. That's why I stuck with this over powerlifting and why I stuck with it over strongman. Like, strongman to me was really rough. I really enjoyed training strongman and hated competing in it.
You still train it a little bit, right?
Yeah, I
For
still
fun?
do a little stuff. I like log. I like stuff like that. One of the games I do in Scotland has like 3 or 4 strongman events.
Oh,
I do a
that's
max
fun.
log. I did a 340 log last year. That was fun.
insane.
Like in grass in the rain.
Jeez.
Uh,
So what made strongman not fun to compete then?
Standing around some hot ass parking lot listening to shitty music while a bunch of dudes mean mug each other like it's serious.
Yeah. It's way better. to
We're
be-
in a GNC parking lot, guys. Let's fucking take it down a peg.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
They're-
die today.
They're not having the fun.
No,
that the Highland
no,
Games
it's
are.
awful. They're not in on the joke.
Exactly.
Let's.
They think a lot more of their sport. Like
No,
CrossFit.
we're not
CrossFitters
hardcore.
take it so seriously.
Yeah. We're not hardcore. We're not heroes. Let's just be real clear that we're performing fake work
Yeah.
because our lives are so soft that we have a lot of spare time and nothing that challenges us.
It's
That's a good way of putting it.
We're performing fake work so our muscles don't atrophy. That's it.
what the
Because I don't
sport
have
of
to worry about
exercising is
feeding
about.
myself. I don't have to worry about shelter or any of
Yeah.
these other things in my day-to-day.
Yep. We create work.
You create suffering.
Yeah.
Yes,
for the
we
fun
do.
of it.
Call in now.
Any questions from the listeners?
We have a live studio audience today.
We
Do you
do.
guys have any questions for us?
Yes. I have a question for Matt Vincent.
Okay, question for Matt.
Crew
Vincent.
Jones or Bart Taylor?
I don't know either. Oh, Crew Jones.
Wait, can they hear that?
Yeah.
Should you repeat the question?
Repeat the question.
Crew
question.
Jones or Bart Taylor?
But I don't know what that means.
I went with Crew Jones, and I feel like we're talking about Meme Machine, right?
Rad.
Rad? Oh, we are talking about Rad. 1980s BMX film where the guy backflips.
This is not a part of our normal podcast. We don't understand this.
You should check the IGs. Jackie had a good question.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jackie
We're gonna-
585.
Jackie? God, there's so many questions.
We had a lot of good ones too.
I figured it was late and we wouldn't get any. Jeebus.
Oh. These real questions?
Nope. Moderately fat question mark? Oh, okay.
My question about the sashimi was real though.
Uh,
That was real.
gin or vodka? Vodka. 100%.
Is
Gin or vodka?
Whose question was
I
that?
don't know. P. Tarleton, some stupid name.
Oh. Where's the Jackie question?
I will get to it. You gotta go in order. After you skip them. Hollow versus flat earth. Discuss. That's from Jesse, our producer.
So our producer is going to bring up an important point, which is I learned about a whole nother culture. What are they? Are they like a cult?
No, they're
It's a
just
sect.
Believers.
A sect?
what I would like to call is,
Sect
you know,
of people?
realist.
Realists. There's other ways to think of things in life. There's perspectives. There's things like
Well, there's facts.
everyone sees
There's
things
real
in a
ways
different
and
way.
Not real ways.
Right.
Some people see the earth and they think
Well, that's not hollow.
it's round. Or yeah,
Filled
that's
with magma,
filled with- yeah, molten hot
liquid stuff,
magma,
with rocks.
and there's like
Make
a
any
core
sense.
and layers, and yeah, that it just wraps it all up in a tight little globe.
Boring.
Then there's others, believers,
Hollow Earth.
that believe in a thing called Hollow Earth. And Matt
Hollow
explained
Earth.
this to me, well, the last meet we
Yeah,
had.
it's pretty simple. Let me give you a quick rundown.
First,
Earth's hollow. It makes sense.
minimize this window and start googling Hollow
Yeah.
Earth.
Hollow
right now.
Earth. Treat yourself to that. Earth is hollow, and inside of that Earth, inside of this shell, there's another Earth,
Inner
and,
Earth.
and another sun, and there's dinosaurs,
Inner
and a
sun.
dragon.
Duh, right.
What's the name of the dragon?
Drago, I think.
Yeah, Drago. You know, what I mean, I think it's
There's
from
UFOs,
So
Rocky.
Drago's the ruler.
He feeds off of the negative energy of us
But
in
does he
outer Earth.
communicate with
That makes so
the
much more
other
sense
worlds?
than just rocks and science.
I don't think he can communicate with us. He just feeds on our vibes. So when you're having a bad day,
We should get
You're-
that guy a podcast.
eating Drago is. We should.
Yeah, but what's the negative consequences to him getting a bunch of negative energy?
Nothing. I think
He just
it's fine.
Because I watched, I mean, do you think, like,
Maybe
I watched,
like a volcano might erupt.
I watched
those
the
are
pickup
connected.
artist on VH1, and they had this guy, Mystery was his name. He's really awesome. He had this cool top hat, and he would teach dudes how to pick up chicks, and he would tell them that you had to neg them.
Neg.
Yeah, use negative reinforcement.
I've heard that all the time in movies.
It's like the dentist system.
Keegan, it doesn't work.
Yes. Yes, it is like the dentist system. Oh, God, I love Always Sunny. Very good. You have to neg them, and
So of a UFO
just going in.
Getting sucked
going
in
into inner Earth. No, it like is intentional. It's not like
Play it
such a-
backwards
It's on
and shoot
purpose.
on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what's it gonna do in outer Earth?
Well, it's kind of, there's, look, I think the Scientology kind of goes a little bit with that too, with the Galactic Confederation and Xenu and the other, coming down and landing with the spaceships and putting us out here, but they park the spaceships next to volcanoes and then treat the volcanoes to explode to cover up the spaceships.
Genius.
It's simple.
Yeah, that's why everyone's like, well, yeah, if UFOs exist, where are they? Inner Earth. Well, wait, what?
Right. No, that's, yeah.
It's quite simple. Yeah. So search on that, and if we have any inner Earthians
Call in.
or hollow Earthians, I should say, the inner Earthians couldn't probably call in. don't
Right,
know
and
if
I
we
mean,
have
look, I'm
problems.
not a guy that believes in Hollow Earth. I think that's a nuts thing, right, with a dragon. But Earth being flat, home run. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, you spin pizza dough fast enough, what happens to it? Goes flat. Turns into a beautiful pizza pie. Makes
Pizza
sense to
Earth.
me. And if Earth is
Pizza
spinning
Earth.
at the pace that we say it is, it's going to go flat eventually.
And you think it's there now or it's on its way?
No, we're definitely full flat right now.
Full flat.
Full flats.
And we're going to go back to round once things
shaped
slow
like
down.
a pizza.
Do we spin the other way?
No.
So that we like fatten up again?
So, because
Well,
I think
the
a lot of
bottom
people,
of the Earth spins the other way. That's why the toilets go the other direction.
So, okay, but see, that's not the way that flat Earth exists. It's a like flat piece of pizza, and all the continents are on top. So, what's underneath it?
Turtle that carries Earth around.
Got it. Okay.
I'm learning a lot today.
Because when you fly to other places, you can get there without going over the edge because you're on a pizza dough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Same way the sun works.
As
Simple.
long as we're on the same page.
There's an ice wall that blocks everything, but it's alleged it could be infinitely high and long. So I mean, maybe there is no edge. Maybe the edge is just in your heart.
If you know, please call in.
I mean, I know that there's a lot of governments going on, like in Antarctica, that if you try to get to the South Pole, they'll shut you down.
Yeah?
Yeah, tell me what that's about. They know it. They know it.
Because it's not there.
I want to know who's profiting off of all the round Earth propaganda that's been pushed at us. Because that's what you got to follow the
Globe
money.
companies are profiting.
The Globe Trotters.
The globe conglomerates that are forcing us to put a globe in every classroom.
Because they're always like, look at these basketballs, Globe Trotters.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I wish I knew more Globe Trotters names.
You're blaming
They had the one that
Harlem Globetrotters.
They had the one that was
they're
on
just
all of the.
capitalizing on a trend. That's what they're doing. You can't blame them.
Oh, they're definitely.
Doesn't this go back to Newton?
They're a sleeper cell. That's a fact.
Newton?
I've watched a lot of Homeland, and Claire Danes cries really ugly. And other than
seen that one.
she is not a good crier. She's an excellent actress, but she still cries super gross like Romeo and Juliet.
Loved her in Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's a great film.
Probably the only thing I can remember her in.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
You got My So-Called Life? Her and Leet?
Yeah, it's alright.
What?
I mean, it's more of a Saved by the Bell girl.
Where was all your angst?
Yeah, I didn't have a ton of angst.
Oh,
Do you have a lot of angst?
Not really.
No.
Things went pretty sweet for me, to be honest with you.
We're super angsty kids.
Basically,
Just trained
since,
all the time.
Yeah.
No
since
time
being
for
born in
No, it's enough
1983
time.
to two pretty cool parents and white in America, things have
Yeah.
been pretty sweet since that day.
Making up our own work.
Real mellow. Can you imagine how much worse it would be that if you were born and it was like 1710? It's awful.
Yeah,
How
that
are those
was,
thrusters for you?
No.
we'd have actual work to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, your dad could spend his entire time trying to turn lead into gold. Great work, Pop.
How'd it go today?
Fucking alchemy. Weird. Doesn't make any sense. Isaac Newton died of mercury poisoning, and everyone acts like that guy was really smart.
Yeah. But they didn't know about it then.
Well,
Well, we found out.
yep.
Could have
Edison was a
been the
dick.
knee.
Could have been the knee.
If he'd had, that's why I got this one bad knee. If Earth was round,
Wait, you want
I
to
know
think about it.
I think the bourbon is kicking in.
It should be.
And do you have any more questions for us, guest host?
We got more questions.
Do you have other things to ask us on our show? We know as much as we need to know about
What do you want to know about us?
Is CrossFit indeed bisexual?
We
Because
get
ladies
this
and
question
men get
a
to
lot.
compete. I feel like it's a more scissoring style sport.
This is one of those sports where both men and women compete, and there's a term for that.
Bisexual.
Nailed it.
And some people know what that term is, and some people don't, and that's okay.
Co-ed's a porn thing. Allegedly.
I think this podcast has one too many inside jokes, and no one's going to listen.
Well, get some better friends. Because this
Oh,
really isn't for
don't
you. It's
listen to
just for us.
him, followers,
Followers.
mom and dad.
Mom and Dad and one other person.
Here's the question: will I work
you know
out
who you
in
are.
Katie Hogan shorts?
Will I?
Will you?
Yeah, that's a bad move, guys.
Do you want to?
Let me go ahead and break something down for you. I'm a 280-pound man. Been 280 pounds for a long time, or 274.6, I guess, technically. Basically, any skin of mine from the knee up has touched other skin.
On your own body?
Yeah, at all times for 2 decades. It's just basically a permachafe,
There's no
as we'd
room
like
for
to
that
call
in
the
my
dark
shirt.
meat.
There's no room for that in your shirt.
Right, it's no good.
So the answer to that is no.
Jackie said, Jackie585 said, I heard no pants likes butt stuff.
We have the worst friends ever.
Worse than.
That's not even a question. That's a statement. Jackie, please, in the form of a question.
You should elaborate on that.
No pants. Can you elaborate?
The butt stuff.
Well, yeah, she's Catholic.
The butt.
She's trying not to get pregnant.
Whoa.
Step one.
I think she's talking about training.
Whoa, Mom and Dad.
Ah.
So my back is hurt.
Sorry.
So we do a lot of glute stuff in training. So it's always a lot of butt stuff going on.
Butt stuff. That makes more sense.
But training the butt as opposed to other things.
Anything
like the
else.
butt.
No gestures needed, as opposed to anything else.
Fitness. Butt fitness.
Butt fitness. I always wanted to do that, like, what was like an off season. I had planned accessories, but instead of like doing 3 days of biceps, I just wanted to do like 3 days of
Butt
like,
stuff.
yeah, basically butt stuff, or like posterior chain.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be like, instead of those like the figure guys that have
No, like
no
chicken
legs. Yeah, like no legs and just
yeah.
sweet pipes. I would just be overdeveloped
Be the reverse.
posterior chain.
And no
Like have
upper
like
body.
really tiny arms with just this
Huge
sweet
ham
rocked
hocks.
out, yeah, sweet hamstrings and ass.
Oh my god. Does that
Awesome.
exist?
It should.
Have you
I could
found
be
pictures
that.
of that?
God, it'd be awesome. I had like 17-inch arms with like a 48-inch waist.
It's kind of like Fat Dan.
Like Fat Dan. He's shaped like Grimace.
Oh my god.
It's a good look.
We're way too nice for
Storm
this kind of
cloud.
guest.
I know.
Look him up.
Where's your innocent friend?
You should go on to his Instagram and make fun of that awful thing he's calling a beard. It's so bad. It's all teched out. He's probably a guy that would dye his beard. It's the worst.
Dye your beard.
If you can look at this picture and not be embarrassed by it, then that's your thing.
Are we gonna look on Instagram on our podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What's happening?
it's
Joe
coming to
Rogan's
a
got people that
A
run
lot of
computers.
stuff. Okay.
Whoa, yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's awful.
All
Look how awful
well,
that beard is.
Tell our listeners what to go to.
You can go to I Hate Matt Vincent on Instagram and follow me because you have to. And then look
Hate,
up
but
a
how do you
picture.
spell hate?
Yeah, spell that.
Hate. It's like the one on my hat for those of you watching. Those of you just listening. HVIII. So it's
And for
H.
those of you that
with
say
a
that's
Roman
not how you
numeral.
spell hate, exactly. Matt's being clever.
Well, that's just a matter of your opinion.
But why the hate?
Why the hate? All right. So the hate started a couple years ago. My brother and I had talked about it, like watching athletes and different stuff like that, and just there was always guys that were more, had that willingness to work harder than other people, and that ability to just outwork and do those things. It's like, man, that fucking guy just hates himself more than I do. And you see those people, and it was trying to be more that way, be that thing. And so, I mean, look, I can't do anything about being taller or having better levers or any of these other things, genetics but what I can be in control of is whether or not I'll be outworked. And so that's a choice. And talent doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just effort. And so, be willing to do the right things all the time and do the work and force yourself through it. In days that you're tired from your job, so what? Go do your job. You think go work now. Go in the gym, get the work done.
Yeah.
These are goals that you set out for yourself. You don't need to be held accountable by someone else. Do it because this is something you want, period. That's kind of where it all comes from. It's a little bit of self-motivation through self-loathing.
Nice.
Like a healthy amount.
Yeah.
Like, look, and the
no,
truth
I
is
get
we've
it.
all got it.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't not had carbs in the last while because you're super stoked and want to play Xbox every night. Like,
Totally.
things are good. I'm just
Totally.
going to have some snack cakes. No, it's because you want to improve. You want to be better,
Right.
right? And whatever that means. And if that means sacrifice this one bit of pleasure for down the road hitting a bigger goal, that's what you want. That's kind of just
Yeah, absolutely. I think that those kind of people gravitate towards each other, and that's why a lot of us, I think, get along as friends, as training partners. And
Yeah,
if you-
misery loves company.
if you know what that's like, you got to go find people that are like that, and you got to go find Matt's clothing line. And
Yeah,
get yourself a hat
Hey, brand goods.
and a shirt. And
I mean, or a tank top. Crop top.
I even have
or a
lady
tank top.
stuff.
Check it out. I'm wearing one too.
What? Look at this.
This is old
So
school.
much
This
age
is like
reserve.
one of the original.
Yeah, that's one of the
Oh,
OGs.
Yeah. Plug.
And the clothing.
Yeah. So you can
But-
go to thehate.com.
That's right. And then you can confuse everyone with what the letters mean.
They'll figure it out. Once they do, they feel like they're
Or
in
they
the club.
won't. Then they're not in the club. They won't ask.
Or
because
you
they
can
don't
get a
wanna
hate
be-
brand tattoo and send me a picture of it, and I'll give you a discount code forever.
For life.
For life.
For
Life.
For your
It
life.
will be DFL, down for life. I had to slow that one down a little bit.
I don't do acronyms.
Run the numbers on those old acronyms.
Well, this has been educational, semi-entertaining, and
Special.
definitely special.
Let's do a quick one. Would you rather
Oh boy.
Oh no.
have a dick for a nose or penis fingers?
Oh my god. I think I've heard this one before though.
Just a really good question.
I mean, you'd always have to have like a boner to get stuff done.
Would
Right?
you? I
You
mean,
can't just get stuff
Always
done
do it
with
anyway.
like
Nose.
you'd have a dick nose.
Welcome to being a guy.
the fingers, probably.
You your dick fingers.
No hands. You
No,
never
we're
really
covered on
trained
both
to do
accounts.
anything.
I just have to always have a boner.
We'll
Well, then you can't do
we'll be
anything. You
friends
walk around
then.
like this all the time.
You can control it, right?
You'd need a sweet chub. Like a 2-day Cialis
I would
feeling.
fine tune my skills because I'm an athlete.
Just mentally, it's like a
super
no handsy
tantric
jack
and-
with your hands. That's amazing.
I would be good at whatever I
Double
needed
snort.
to
We
be
got
good
another
at.
snort out of her.
That's impressive. I don't know if we've had a 2-snort podcast.
Well, we haven't talked about penis fingers either.
Peep.
Finger peeps.
I got asked a weird would you rather the other day via Snapchat. One of my
I'm
snaps.
still learning how to Snapchat.
It's easy.
It's difficult.
Kids, I'm too old for that.
Okay, what was your would you rather?
It was, would I rather like have to pick up all the poo at a zoo, like barehanded,
Zupu. Okay.
zoo poo, or would I rather inseminate like a pig?
Oh my gosh.
You know, like
Poo.
like
You pick up the poo.
no, they use
Oh,
they
with your
do it.
hands.
No, what? No. Oh, my gear. And like,
Like how big of a zoo?
How many square feet?
do they have small ones?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Like a petting zoo.
We're gonna call it 10,000 square feet. I feel like it's a small zoo. Like a petting zoo.
I think of a pig.
What was your answer?
I do the insemination thing because I inseminated a horse one time.
Did you? Oh
With
my god.
last-
You have to put on the crazy long gloves and reach inside of them.
I've seen it on Jackass.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay.
You've done it. So it's, he didn't even bat an eye at that one.
Yep. Like I already done that one. That wasn't bad. Warm. You know.
Well, I tried to end it earlier, but then we had gold like that, so maybe I'll let you do the sign off when you're ready.
Mm.
Do you have anything
Do you have
else
any
for us?
favorite idioms?
Oh my god.
So like
It's,
like colder than a cast iron
yeah,
commode.
it's gotta be like that.
Oh my gosh, don't
Phrase.
put me on the spot. Look away and I might think of something.
One of my all-time favorites is darker than 3 foot up a cow's ass.
Tell us why.
That's just funny. It would be dark in there. There's not a lot of light source.
That's very true.
Not a lot of help.
It's a great idiom.
I don't have any.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
They have one in Iceland. I don't know the Icelandic term for it, but it is you fucked a fat horse today.
Do we have censor?
Nope.
Well,
This is full on
Good
R-rated.
thing. Otherwise, get that beep button ready. You got another snort. Snort counts up.
The snort just censors
It's
you.
like her uncomfortable snort. That was the uncomfortable.
Every time I curse, it just snorts. And a little Alex face pops up over my mouth. This would be the, I wish I was better at video editing.
That would be awesome.
Do
that for
us.
I don't have the skills.
Someone should.
Yeah, if you want me to jump cut a bunch of stuff and not sync it to music, I'm pretty good at it. That's another good idiom.
Nothing like dead air.
Dead air. You can't be scared of dead air. You just gotta ride with it.
Yeah.
It's like doing acid. You don't want to fight it. You just let it take you where the waves are gonna go.
Oh my god. I'm so scared right now.
Oh, I'm killing!
That was strong.
Oh, it's so much
That was
fun.
strong to
It's
quite
late.
strong.
It's getting more powerful.
Soon she's gonna be all snorts.
I won't even have words anymore.
Oh no, she just communicates and knocks and whistles.
Hold it in, babe. Hold it in.
Multiple
I'm
snort.
trying to be professional over here.
That's the key to this. I would say the key to podcasting is
Stay
professionalism.
Absolute professionalism.
Well, we have a mountain of old sushi
Sushi?
in front of us now.
Okay.
We fancy like that.
And wasabi.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
You want to just take bites of it?
Yep.
I mean, this is like a.
What you do?
It's like a bar.
No. Like as a team, like we'll all take bites of it.
Nope.
Ride or die.
Okay, instead of
I don't
smelling
have enough
salt,
fiber in the diet.
instead of smelling salts before your deadlift tomorrow.
Wasabi?
Wasabi.
Oh,
Wasabi salts.
Let's go
Man.
snort some wasabi.
I don't have any. Do we have any of them little snack packs? I can have
Of
ammonia
course.
tomorrow.
Jesse like keeps them by his bed.
What are we talking
We
about?
should
What
put
is
one
it?
on your pillow next time you stay over, like a little.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
What is it?
Man, I had a guy that
Literally
trained with
smelling
the
salts,
yeah, smelling
you
salts. The
snap
snack ones.
it.
Super strong. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're the
smells.
best.
Yeah. They'll hit you with it before you bench.
Yeah.
It
You wanted
like
this
opens
happening.
everything up and makes
Is
me
this real
cough.
life?
It
Yeah.
basically what it
It's a thing?
does. Basically what it does.
Jesse like sticks two of them up his nostrils and like, and then
Like
swallows.
anything you were thinking of, say prior
So
to
handsome.
that, like if you're getting ready to lift and like a max lift, right? You can basically hit those, and they'll just get rid of any of those other things that were in your head.
Like,
All you're thinking about is being awake.
You're back to tabula rasa, clean slate.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
They're really good. I had a guy that trained with me, Mock, trained with me for a while, and he was hitting he's burning through like 200 of them a week.
I mean, I think
Really wasn't training
You
that
like
often. He would
sensitize yourself to
oh,
it.
big time.
I think they like kill brain cells.
Yeah, Mark didn't have a lot to give away. There's definitely a point when, like, the ones that he had, those were going to stay. He wasn't going to be able to kill those brain
You're
cells.
gonna forget how to breathe or anything.
He's playing survival. He was playing like Hunger Games in his head, with brain cells.
It's true. They only.
He's only going to keep a few of them.
They're already going to die anyway.
Yeah,
All right.
I
so
think he
that's
was
what
deprived
I
of
know.
oxygen
Okay.
as a kid for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm kind of scared now.
he may have partially.
It's gonna
drowned.
smell bad.
It's
Oh, it can smell like ammonia,
super strong.
like a bunch of pee.
Yes, yeah, that's weird.
Stoked, right?
It's weird.
Piss play.
Welcome to powerlifting.
Never. All right.
I like it.
So,
Take it away, Kitty.
on that note, good night.
I'd like to thank our sponsors.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Kikkoman Soy Sauce.
Nice, I like that.
I don't know
and for the bloats.
where you guys actually
No,
went
it's
to get-
Yamasa.
I went to
It's
Imyoi.
not Kikkoman?
Yamasa.
It's right up the road.
Which one?
I think it's Emu. That-
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
emo.
Okay. Emu Sushi.
Nailed
Wait, we ate emo today?
I've lived here for 5 years and I don't
Never
I
know.
heard
wish,
that.
dude. I'd ride one of those
You'll
cool
get sick
things
tomorrow.
around like I was playing joust.
I think he just went to some Japanese lady's house and she made all this food for
She
the
did.
hungry white man.
He was so big.
Here, take
It
my
was-
soy
it was
sauce.
Tiff.
Take it.
Tiff
It's
did it.
Tiff.
Yeah.
Tiny Tiff, thank you.
That's how she can place-
Hey,
Arigato.
let's have Tiny Tip on the
Arigato
show.
goes
That's how she can place all those little tiny eggs on there. Just use the whole
She
hand.
uses her fingers.
Each one's a handful. You just
Tiny
place
little
it.
fingers.
Oh, she's the
Tiny
tiniest.
Tiff
Love
is
you,
about
Tiff.
this big. We're gonna
She
have her
is.
on the show one day.
She's 3'3". It's
She'll
amazing.
sit.
We'll have her
our
stand
table.
on the chairs or sit
Yeah,
on the
and
table.
she out deadlifts me, so I've got that going. Her range of motion is short.
Yeah,
Cheater.
that's
What a cheater.
Well, here, I got a question for the two of you. We're back in.
He pulls us back in.
Deadlift, sumo or conventional?
I pull conventional.
Of course you do.
Me too. I just don't have. I've
What do
had
you do?
1 day of experience.
Well,
with
conventional
sumo.
because I respect myself. Got him. That and my hips barely work.
Yeah, we can't all do the splits.
No.
Well, I
That's
should
it.
be able to.
That was a good question.
Yeah. We got one thing in about lifting.
Yeah. And then the rest was mostly about hollow earth.
So all you have to do now when you post
Penis
it, just say sumo or conventional. That's all we covered.
And they have to wait until the end.
Yeah, it's called bait and switch. I like it. It's like a Craigslist date.
Well, before we lose all of our last couple listeners, where do they find you again on the Instagram?
You can find me on the Instagram at I hate Matt Vincent.
Remember how to spell it.
Yep. And then thehate.com for website stuff.
The
Buy
Hate.
some of my wares, yeah. The hate.
And are there the YouTubes?
Yeah, I'm on the YouTube's Matthew Vincent.
Okay, that's easier.
Yeah, that one's
It's
easy.
real.
You know, it's
spelled with
super cool,
not
right?
Roman
Is-
numerals.
Well, yeah, what's cool is you have this really uncommon name like Matt Vincent. And so guess what? You don't get to pick a good name for anything. They're all taken.
That's true.
So that's why like Twitter's a different name than Instagram, and that's a different name than my
I
YouTube.
don't think anyone tweeters anymore.
What? People twat all the time. That's the past tense.
You've been waiting an hour and a half to get that in.
Have we been talking for an hour and a half?
Oh, probably longer.
Boom. Time flies.
So you know where to find him if you're still listening.
Yeah, and if not, whatever.
We
Figure
don't
your
care.
life out.
Matt's drink is empty, so we're gonna have to sign off.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening to the No Pants Side Pony experience with guest co-host Matthew the Hate Vincent.
That's it. That's it. We're done here.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh yeah, there's
Boo.
What happened?